Imposter syndrome. I didn't script a bunch for this. It's kind of coming from my head, coming from my heart, really, when I was thinking about making this video. Before we dive into that, I'm shooting on the Lumix S9, and I'm shooting on auto white balance, auto exposure, shutter priority. So the look of this video, that's not what's important here. It's just, you know, the thoughts and feelings, and hopefully maybe the conversation that we can have after you watch this. Imposter syndrome, there are probably hundreds, if not thousands, of videos talking about this topic, specifically about our niche, the camera niche, the videography niche, that if you're watching this video, that's probably how you found it. I want to know if you feel the same way that I feel, and I know that a lot of people feel just from the amount of people talking about this, is that you don't feel that you're maybe good enough or legit enough to make a video about something, or to maybe share a photograph that you made on social media or whatever. So the imposter syndrome thing is, it's in our brains. I mean, just, we want people to believe what we're saying has merit. Talking about the camera niche, the YouTube camera niche that we're all in, I'm gonna divide it into three categories: your gear channels, your educational channels, and then your experience channels. Let's go with experience channels first. I follow a lot of wildlife photographers on YouTube. They make experience videos about going out and looking for maybe a rare bird in the area that they live, you know, something like that. And it's not this like fast-paced, get your attention type video, but I find that very interesting. That's just, it's fun to watch a 30-minute video of someone just going out and sharing what they're going through and showing the pictures that they take. That's pretty cool. I dig that. I tried to do like a POV video. It didn't go really well. I don't know. Or maybe, you know, no, correction. See, imposter. I almost believed my own brain to say that that video wasn't good because it didn't get a lot of views. And there you go. So that's a little underlying thing. Like, you make something and it doesn't get a ton of views, so automatically you're like, oh, I'm an imposter, no one likes what I'm doing, obviously I'm not good at it, I should stop. But let's hold that thought real quick, and then let's talk about the educational piece of it. If you've been a photographer or videographer professionally for a long time, and you have a wealth of knowledge that you're sharing with your workflow, you know, how you do things, how to get certain looks, how to achieve good looks in like certain environments, you get the point. That's your educational piece. And then you have our gear niche, the GAS, the gear acquisition syndrome. And that's where I feel a lot of us are falling into. The bar for entry for the gear niche is really high. You can't just go out and buy every new camera out of your pocket. Kind of getting ahead of myself. Gear gets views. If you're talking about gear and you have a thumbnail with something gear related in it, it's most likely going to get clicked even for a few seconds, even if your video is not great. People are gonna watch it because you're talking about a lens, you can kind of like slide that into educational, but I mean, really, you're reviewing a product. And my old YouTube channels that I've had in the past, that's what I did. I talked about products, my experience with it. I was a staff member. I was working with the company that I represented to get gear early, to use it, to make a video, to tell people about it. The problem is that a lot of us don't have the in or the connections with companies, camera retailers, B&H, Adorama, you know, whatever. Let's just talk about that. If you've been making content and you have a decent subscriber base, you have a decent social media following, those companies are gonna feel better about lending you that gear or lending you that lens or that camera. Or if you're, you know, fortunate enough to be a Sony brand ambassador, Canon, Nikon, Fuji, whatever, then you're able to get that gear in, and then that niche is very accessible to you. That takes a long time to build up. And for the rest of us that don't have that connection yet, maybe one day we will, we're kind of stuck in this weird limbo of, all right, I've got to get the latest camera, I have to get the latest lens, because that's the only way that people are going to watch my videos or find me in any way, and all that noise out there when the embargoes drop and everyone, you look at your YouTube feed and you just see all of these videos popping up with that new thing, that shiny new object that people are going to want to click. I'm guilty of it too. I mean, I know you guys are probably guilty of it. You see that new lens, you're like, ooh, look at these videos. You start watching them, and I'm just assuming we want to be that person that people can go to watch their video to find out about that gear. But it's tough. I mean, if you're spending your own money like I have multiple times, and like probably not very intelligently doing that most of the time, I'll buy something, make a video about it. The video either it doesn't take off or whatever. I'm not getting any money from that product that I just paid my own money for. But you get wrapped into this brain of like, I've got to have the latest thing to then make a video to get people to watch it, to get more legitimate. And I think legitimacy is what we're all looking for. Yes, those are my thoughts on the niches of that. Your gear, your education, your experience. Maybe you guys fall into one of those categories. Honestly, let's talk. Let's have a conversation. Please leave me a comment and let me know which one of those niches that you fall into, or which one that you feel like kind of describes what you're doing. And to kind of go back to the whole gear thing, in the first 30 or 40 seconds of this video, I just dropped a gear bomb. I was like, oh, this is shot on the S9 and Lumix and blah, 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 blah. In my thumbnail, I'm holding my A7 IV, like, and it's secretly, I'm hoping that someone sees the camera in the thumbnail and is like, click. Like, what's this about? Imposter or photographer? Let's check this guy out. Hopefully you're still here watching this and hearing my thoughts about it, and maybe you feel the same way that I do. Change up the angle a little bit so it doesn't get boring, right? Because retention, because we gotta get the views. People gotta watch my stuff. I'm gonna freak out. All right, so there's two things. The imposter syndrome thing is that's one of them. And I know in my heart that someone watching this video probably feels the same way. It's a slippery slope. Once you get your head stuck in that whole, like, I don't know what I'm talking about, I shouldn't even be making this video, and then you don't upload, or you don't even start to like theorize what that video could be. Big picture, life's crazy. I mean, nothing we really do matters that much. And that's not in like a negative kind of a way. That's more of a, the sun's gonna explode, the earth's gonna melt, or whatever, explode also. Everyone you know, including yourself, we're all gonna die, and then we're all gonna be forgotten in some point. It's like, who really cares? Like, honestly, like, who really cares if you make an internet video about something that you're passionate about, something that you like to talk about? So I highly encourage to just still make the video, and as long as you feel good about what you're saying, or you feel good about what you made, just make it, just put it out there, put it in front of whoever. If one person watches it, if 10,000 people watch it, I don't know. I know that's a low number, but if you're a small channel like me, you understand that, you know, we've had those videos that have had like 1 single digit viewers, you know, like 1, 7 views, 8 views, and you're just like, oh my God, like, what am I doing wrong? You know, it's not like a wrong or a right. You have to gain momentum, and you have to keep on creating things and make a library of what you're creating so people can eventually find you. And to actually be successful as far as YouTube goes, it is difficult. I mean, it is hard. Most people quit after, you know, 10 or 15, 20 videos, or maybe like giving it a full year of really trying to make stuff on YouTube, and you just don't get the traction. Some people are just they're not good at it. Some people aren't good on camera. Some people can't be relatable. Some people just don't know, you know, enough to make it compelling for people to watch. And there's a lot of times that I thought I was one of those people. I was like, you know, I'm just not good at this. Like, people aren't watching, and just don't, you know, and it gets in your head, and it stops you from creating in a positive way. It doesn't matter. So just make the thing that you want to make. I mean, there's always gonna be negative comments. I'm on my other channel, my bowling channel that I had. That's my other YouTube channel. If you've watched a video of mine before, if you're first time here, whatever. I used to think the same thing. I wasn't the best bowler out there. I mean, I could get it down the lane. I could, you know, make it look okay, you know, comparatively speaking, against other people that have been bowling, I was probably a little bit better than average, but nowhere close to professional. And the first 10 videos probably, I really had no idea what YouTube was. I was just going for it. This is back in like 2017. I was afraid because I didn't think that I had legitimacy. I wasn't a professional touring guy using this stuff in high stress environments that you had to like make money or win or do whatever. So a lot of the time I was just like, man, I'm not good. So why am I making these videos? Why? And then finally something happened where I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna have confidence and talk about the stuff that I really do know about and do it anyways. And just, who cares? Like I just did it. And then I started seeing success with that channel because your confidence comes across to people watching. They can tell that you feel passionate, that you feel confident about what you're making. And that's where people are like, yeah, man, like I dig it. Like this guy, he doesn't throw the ball the best way. Like he's not some superstar, but how he delivers the message and how he shows the passion of what he's talking about, that really comes across in videos. And I hope it's happening here. Circling back, right? Let's like I'm trying to keep myself on track. It's tough to do when you don't script. You should probably definitely script, but I don't know. I didn't feel like doing that. So we talked about imposter syndrome for a minute. We talked about the niches of camera YouTube, and then we talked about why we should just make what we're gonna make, because if you dig it and you feel good about it and there's integrity to what you're doing, then absolutely do it. Why not? If no one watches it, fine, no one watches it. But if people do watch it, people aren't gonna watch something that you didn't make. So if you don't upload anything at all, then you already know the outcome. The outcome is zero. You're gonna get zero views. Nothing's gonna happen. So why not just make the thing that you're gonna make? My fourth point of this video is where my excitement comes into play. I love making videos. I've been doing it for a long time. I've done it professionally. I've had companies pay me to do videography work. I've made YouTube channels for companies. I've made TikTok, social media accounts, Instagram, all that kind of stuff. I have experience doing that, but my photography experience is kind of lacking. I've shot accessory photography for those companies when it came to social media, stills and whatnot for cars, product showcase stuff, just product photography, but I've never had a full-on photography job. I wouldn't say that on my resume. I was gonna put professional photographer. I wouldn't put that. Imposter syndrome. That would be a lie. I've made money from photography, but just little things here and there. Like I said, this past week, I have picked up my first actual photography gig. I'll get into more details in a future video and all that kind of stuff. I'm really excited to share that with whoever's watching, and maybe there's someone just like me. Hey, I just got my first gig and you're really stoked about it. And that gives me a sense of legitimacy. It gives me a sense that I feel less like an imposter now. Maybe not right now, but I know in the future, in the next couple weeks, when I'm actually out there on location shooting and experiencing those things, so then I can learn and then I can educate, and then using the gear that I'm using with the education and the experiences I can share, I'll have a better outlook on how the gear actually performs, instead of just taking pictures of my dogs or my kids or doing like a little rehearsal dinner shoot for a friend and they're like, here's a couple $100 and can you shoot this thing for us? And it feels more legit. The future, so what's gonna happen, hopefully someone's still watching. I might be just completely rambling. I'm not even sure how long this is, but if you're still watching, maybe I've held your attention to this point. Starting in the next few weeks, I am going to take you guys along on all of the photo shoots and all the location shoots that I'm gonna do. I'm excited to share that with people because I've seen some photographers do that, mainly on the wildlife side of it. I haven't really looked up any other type of like niche content that people are shooting or niche situations. It's basically wildlife landscape people that I see. So I'm gonna make videos to bring you along to share what I'm going through. If that makes sense. I might edit that might edit that out because I kind of already said that once or twice. Yeah, I'm excited, and it's, I'm nervous. You know, I'm nervous about it because I've never had to shoot in like a high demand, time sensitive, like you need to take these photos, you need to sit down, you need to edit them, and we need to get them out pretty fast, social media wise. Yeah, this is a new chapter, another door opening, and I'm nervous. Quite, in fact, quite nervous. But I think it's gonna be great, and I want to take you guys with me, see if you guys dig it. So, yeah, that's it. More to come, a lot more to come. I'm gonna go over the gear that I'm bringing, because gear, gotta put gear category, all the gear that I'm bringing on the locations that I'm going to. Got a couple shoots down here in Florida, and then we're going out to DC, going to Montreal, going to Vegas in the summer. I'm stoked. I'm really excited to show you what's going on with all of it. And there's probably gonna be, you know, ups and downs to it, just learning to be a real photographer on like a real location, like that demands results and final products quickly, you know? How many times do you go out, you take some pictures, you get home, you don't jump right on Lightroom sometimes, and, you know, make some food, or, you know, maybe a day or two goes by and you're just like, oh, that's right, I should, you know, jump in, edit those pictures and just share them with the world or whatever you're doing. That state of mind of no pressure going into like a pretty high pressure situation, could be a little tricky, a little learning curve. But those are the things that I want to share. I want to share that. I want to share my feelings about it. And yeah, you know what? I'm older. You know, I'm going to be 46 this year, and that's fine. And if you're also my age or however old you are, maybe you're a teenager watching this and you're got your first camera and whatever. Things take time. Sometimes things take time. Never give up on that. Just make what you want to make, and eventually, if you keep on knocking long enough, knock, 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 that door opens. All right. Hopefully this wasn't boring. First time here, subscribe to, you know what to do, whatever. Hopefully you already did that. All right. See you soon. See you very soon.